everyone, as always I've gathered all the latest No Man's Sky update speculation from across the community, Reddit, X, YouTube, Discord, and a few content creators. We're talking about the door emoji Sean Murray posted last night. Simple, but it's got everyone buzzing. We'll take a level-headed approach, trying to avoid overhyping, breaking down each theory, explaining what's behind it. But before we dive in, a quick reminder, always back up your save files before any update. If you need help with that, check out this video on your screen. GoodGuysFree here, so let's get started. Typically, the emoji drops on a Friday and the update the next Wednesday. So that's when we think we'll have this update. Almost everyone agrees that the update will include an expedition, giving us 3 expeditions this year and a redux or redo season coming up at the end of the year. We'll repeat them and probably add an older expedition too. Now to content and name speculations. First off, the big one everyone's leaning towards is a Halloween-themed expedition or event. This comes up a ton because the emoji dropped just 2 weeks before Halloween, and it ties right in with last year's Cursed expedition with its spooky vibes like the Squid Boss fights and Vile Broods. Additionally, a door, Halloween's Trick or Treat? I wonder. Folks on X, on Reddit, and on my own Discord, thanks Rocker, are guessing stuff like hostile monsters, ghost creatures, trick-or-treat rewards, or even end boss fights. Why? The door could mean entry to the abyss or just a nod to doors in horror generally. It's probable since Hello Games loves seasonal tie-ins, but let's not forget, emojis are cryptic and we're usually way off. Next, a portal overhaul or expansion feels like a solid option too. Some are calling it something like Portals or Gateway Update, with features like teleporting to other galaxies or dimensions, portals on corvettes or bases, or even fighting the Void Mother in a glass realm. Reasoning? The door screams doorway or portal, and Sean's retweeting of Ray Reynolds' screenshot of an autophage in a doorway makes you wonder, no? Another angle that ties in closely is a Realm of Glass or Alternate Dimensions update. Many on Reddit plus Captain Steve on YouTube are speculating boundaries or gateways. We've wanted to see this Realm of Glass, and with this recently added Abandoned mode and the way purple systems were added to the game, it's clear Hello Games knows how to make quote-unquote other universes. So maybe portals to glass realms, maybe the boundary failures. Other suggestions included corrupted stations or even boarding dark freighters like the cursed frigate we have as an expedition reward. A very interesting suggestion is a derelict freighter-like encounter
That?
with a 16-minute time limit to reach the door at the end. A bit far-fetched, I know, but I would love something like that. Corvette door fixes or enhancements are buzzing too, especially with recent glitches. Many are saying this will fix doors not opening, closing, and interior doors, prevent clipping, or even Star Trek-style slidey doors and exocraft hatches. Maybe the option to open doors into larger room modules on your Corvette? Certainly a wanted feature. The emoji is literally just a door, and data mining the game files shows a module access door, so it seems plausible. Base building overhaul is another strong contender. Lots of people on Reddit are guessing more customization like curved walls, interior doors for cuboid rooms, or swinging doors. Door emoji hints at new base parts. Building needs tweaks, and it's a community ask. Another option is the ability to use a build mode like the Corvette Workshop for bases, giving us the ability to move base items along specific planes. From here, the suggestions are just community asks, wants, things we've been asking for a long time, and the reasoning to explain why the door emoji fits are a bit of a stretch, but still bear with me. First, multiple biomes per planet like a Worlds sequel. Some on Reddit call it another Worlds update or Worlds Part 3. With deserts, snow, forests on one planet. Maybe polar caps or waterfalls. Why? Because they need to do this to test light no fire generation and the door connection? Door as entry to varied worlds. Ship parts or hangars? X and Reddit posts as well as Captain Steve on YouTube suggest new Corvette cockpits parts like round doors, hangars for unused ships or landing pads. Settlement updates are floating around too. Again, the connection to doors is flimsy, but people definitely want things like co-op bases, co-op settlements, etc. My recent video about the state of the featured bases on the Space Anomaly got a ton of comments suggesting ways to solve the existing problems, and almost all of them focus on the multiplayer co-op part. Others suggested expanded settlements, NPC invites, and even the ability to edit finalized settlement buildings as if it was just a base of yours, suggesting adding a door for entering settlements, bars, etc. Again, most of this is community desires and not highly probable. How about a Light No Fire tie-in or announcement? Too many people to mention have used this pun, Light My Fire, referencing the Doors band's Light My Fire as a play on Light No Fire and suggesting a doorway connecting No Man's Sky to Light No Fire. Maybe a release date encoded in assets or crossover like Simulation Continuation? Wishful, but timing with Light No Fire hype makes it intriguing, though probably not likely. End of No Man's Sky support as a last update? Something door means one door closes, another opens. Transitioning to LNF with cross connections like monuments or atlas imagery. Simulation lore ending after 16 minutes. Dramatic, but Sean said NMS isn't done. Low odds. A lot of people want to see mostly bug fixes in No Man's Sky before moving on to anything else, and I agree. There are so many things that are broken, incomplete, and require fixing. Some are the way they are since day one. I find this highly wanted, but very unlikely. Access to older game versions. Captain Steve on YouTube calls it regress or backdoor. With old textures, legacy parts, bigger creatures, swamp improvements. Door as backdoor to legacy. The Voyager's update art shows old Diplos. Nostalgic, but niche. Also unlikely. From here, things are even less likely and really out there. Sailing ships or ocean exploration? Because they need to test it for Light No Fire? A door is a port, French, Italian, Spanish, etc. So a sailing port? Cute wordplay, but come on. Terrain, plant improvements, space stations customization, like personal stations, balcony doors. Someone even suggested the doors music somehow in-game? Really unlikely. It's important to remember that these are just speculations. We'll have to wait for the official word from Hello Games. If we don't get our hopes too high, we'll be fine. What do you think the door means? Share in the comments below. I love hearing from you guys. And as always, join my Discord for more chats, bug tracking, and community help when the update drops. Links in the description. GoodGuysFree here, and I'll see you again soon.